A great evening. Gonna have a shorter, just chill yo-yo session tonight. Getting a little practice in. Earlier I had a chance to do some competition practice and I think I finally finalized my song for at least the most like the soonest upcoming contest. We'll see if I still use it for other ones. But in any case, sit back, relax, and enjoy the stream. Yo, how's it going, Isaiah? Yeah, it's a little late for me too. I was trying to have this stream earlier today, but my schedule got a little bit messed up, and here we are. I hope I don't keep you up too late. Do I watch Harry Potter? I have watched all of the main movies. Um, I haven't watched anything outside of like the original 7 books, though. If there's other stuff that I'm not aware of. You finally caught a live stream. Let's go. You love to see it, DX Volps. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Which one is your favorite Harry Potter movie, Isaiah? There's a lot of really good ones. Goblet of Fire, that's a good one. Do I remember you? Yeah, you've been in some of my streams, and I think you've commented on a bunch of my videos as well. Weren't you on the stream yesterday too? So close. Nice. Thanks for being on the streams, man. I appreciate it. It's always fun to have familiar faces in the streams. I don't know, I just really enjoy live streaming. It's one of the things about YouTube that I probably enjoy the most. Because it's more free flow, and it's just like we get to have a chill, fun time, get to do some yo-yo tricks and practice, and just hang out and have a good time. Asking the real questions over here, Grumpy Bear. I amaze you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you being here too. It's gonna try and go for like a negative 1.0 hook under the leg, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that. Close. That's actually super hard. How do I do that? You thought it was cool because you can juggle 3 balls. Honestly, juggling 3 balls is a lot harder than I thought it would be. I did a stream learning that the other day, and it's challenging, man. But hey, I appreciate it. I hope that you enjoy the tricks. When the yo-yo's not in my hand, is it spinning the whole time? Always, pretty much always, unless I like mess up the trick, or I purposely stop it. Like even on my hand right now, it's spinning. But like right now, it's not spinning. But I can make it start spinning by doing some tricks. Make the UK flag. I don't know how to do the UK flag as a yo-yo trick. How's it going, Evelyn? got the Eiffel Tower. It's always a fun one. How long have I been yo-yoing? I've been yo-yoing for 16 years. 1-6. Since 2009. It's a long time. But it's also a really fun hobby. And so I'm really glad that I picked it up and kept going with it, even though I've had some breaks here and there. Did I ever get hurt learning tricks? Because I feel like you'd knock yourself out. I do get hurt learning tricks sometimes. I've got some bruises and cuts on my hand. It's a little hard to see, but I've got, especially like on the knuckles, like if the string snags around the bearing, it's very common for the yo-yo to come back quickly and hit you in the knuckles. So close. Come on. What's the craziest yo-yo trick I can do? There's a lot of really crazy yo-yo tricks. But one of them is this whip straight to a double or nothing into a tower. That's a good one. There's also a style of yo-yoing that I think is pretty crazy, where you use two yo-yos at the same time that are both not attached to the string, called solo hum. And I would say that's probably my actual craziest trick, is literally anything solo hum. Those are really misaligned, but we'll roll with it. I'm amazed that did not bind, actually. I thought for sure that was going to bind. Thanks guys. I'm glad y'all are enjoying the tricks. Thanks for having me, commenting and liking your comments. Of course. How's it going, Newt Newt? You go from an Islamic prayer session to a guy drawing animals on milk bottles to yo-yo tricks. Welcome to YouTube Lives. You never know what you're gonna find. But yeah, that solo hum jump rope is a Josiah trick. Honestly, that's who I initially learned it from. Was from Josiah's 2023 anti-routine. But I realized it's actually also in Ray Wakura's 100 tricks of solo hum videos. I just didn't know. Dang it. No. I didn't realize it was in that one too. But I learned it from Josiah's videos initially. It's a really cool trick, and I'm glad I'm starting to actually be more consistent with it because it was so hard to learn. Dang. Also, the irony is I was practicing my comp routine earlier today, and the most consistent part of my comp routine was my solo hum combo. And I don't know if I should be proud of that or worried. Oh no. How did I save that? Oh my gosh. No way. A sketchy bind, but we take those. We take those. I look like Sirius Black a little bit. A little bit. He has darker hair than me, but I can see it. Hey, that was a good one. That was a good one. Let's see here. I'm so glad I figured that out, man. That down throw straight into the movement for the reverse shoot the moon regen is so satisfying. Because previously what I would do is I would do it like that. And that works. But I feel like it breaks the momentum and it just becomes super awkward looking. The regen combo scores 10 for me. Nice. Which one? I've been doing a whole bunch of them lately. Are you talking the one that's been that has been doing really well on my channel, or just because I've been posting a bunch of them? I look like Remus Lupin. Imagine being so good at yo-yoing that you're like, let me cut the string and add a yo-yo. Oh goodness. I appreciate it, man. I'm also pretty proud of figuring that out. I've been trying to figure out some of those those slacks with like multiple layers of strings. And I was really happy to learn that one that could then go straight into that other slack right there. I was pretty happy with it. Yeah, that one. Okay, nice. That's a pretty good score for a regen combo, in my opinion. And I have a couple ideas of ways that I could probably make it even a little bit higher than that. He's from Harry Potter. You ever watch that young kid in California that's good at yo-yoing? Which one? Is he the one that's, I want to say, is it Electric Plus Yo-Yo on Instagram? Can't remember what his username is. No. So close. So close. I also today, while I was practicing my freestyle, I realized I found another regen from this behind the back combo. So right here, you can do another shoot the moon regen right there. No. And I'm trying to figure out a way to keep the momentum going. Electric Plus is from the Northeast. Okay, so different person. That last regen straight into the last bind is like 3. The one, like that side regen straight into the skybind, like straight into that skybind, because like that would be so hard to land that, man. Have I done some competitions? Yeah, I've done a bunch of them actually. And I'm preparing for one that is, oh boy, that went in the least convenient spot possible. I'm preparing for one that is next month as well too. You've come to the realization that nothing I do in my life will be as cool as this. I find that unlikely, but I appreciate that you enjoyed it, man. I was scared. Went a little too close to the base on that one. You still don't know how to do it and hope we win. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm hoping. Feel like I have an actual chance of winning this one for my division. We'll see. Dang, I thought I had that one bind. I thought I had that one. We'll see. Have I ever worked in a restaurant? Yes, I did work in a restaurant when I was in high school. I worked at a pizza restaurant, and I was the pizza cook, pizza chef. It was fun. I learned a lot about making pizzas. You just looked him up. Oh, Angel Tuop. Yeah, I've seen a lot of Angel Tuop's videos. I haven't yo-yoed with him specifically, but I have seen a bunch of his videos. Close. I need to find a way to keep that from snagging. It always wants to snag right there for some reason. You think I've got X Division in the bag as long as Josiah doesn't come? I mean, even if Josiah comes, then like I will gladly take second place. Like he absolutely deserves it because he's way better than I am. Like I do not in any way, shape, or form feel bad taking second place to Josiah. But we'll see if he can make it. I don't know if he'll be able to make it. Can I donate to your yo-yo cause on YouTube? I would love that. I'm currently not at the monetization requirements for you to be able to do that, but once I am, I will definitely let y'all know. But right now I'm like 40% of the way there to where you could be able to do that. So we're making progress. Yo, thanks, Clark. I appreciate it, man. What's my main job? I talked about it yesterday. Yeah, so I work as a machine learning engineer in a healthcare research organization. But I've worked in data science and data engineering and cloud computing before this, so it's kind of a nice combo of some of those things. Meanwhile, you just learned Rock the Baby. That's an important trick to learn, my friend. It's an important one. Well, one of the downsides of streaming with the door open is that when the yo-yo goes out the door, you have to chase it down. You think you could maybe get top 3, but it depends on who comes. True. I think, is his name Frank? They're the two-way player that comes to club. He's been really grinding lately, so I think he's got a pretty good chance of doing well too. Am I married? Yes, I am married. I just don't usually yo-yo with the ring on because it'll ding the yo-yos, and or it sometimes gets caught on the string. But yes, I am married. Can I walk the dog? Yes, I can walk the dog. I've been walking the dog all over the place. It's been running away from me a lot of the time. But yes, I can walk the dog and bring it back. You're trying to get a job in data analytics right now, but it's been really tough to break into the industry. It is tough to get into the industry right now. The market is rough at the moment for data analytics and for a lot of fields. I'm wishing you luck, man. Can I do the DNA? Yes, I can. Who's my wife? My wife is my wife. I try and keep her privacy, I try and respect her privacy on my YouTube channel. But if at any point she does decide she wants to do a video together, I mean, she'll be in it with me. But I think right now she would prefer not to, and that's fine. I respect that. No. Dude, what was that? It literally did the bind and then it didn't DNA. What is this? Any recommendations? You just graduated from uni. Well, first of all, have you done internships? Because those can help a lot. And there's some like internships and co-op programs, even if you just graduated. So if you're finding it difficult to get into the field, that can be a great way to get into it. I'm just gonna switch to a yo-yo that has that finger spin dimple, so I can actually balance it for more than like 2 seconds. There we go. There's our DNA. We got there eventually. You're back. How's it going, Evelyn? John, I'm not sure I understand what you mean by that, and I'm afraid to ask. Make sure to smile today. That's your catchphrase. Nice. Let the man cook. He's an artist. I appreciate it. There we go. So close. Bro. What? There we go. What do I mean? I'm not sure what the context of your question means, like where that preference is relevant. Am I not seeing this? It's hypnotizing. You're supposed to go to bed at 9:30 for school, but I'm here. Oof. I apologize for like keeping people awake, but this is also the time that I was available. Sorry. I was planning on streaming way sooner than this, but like stuff got in the way. Go back. There we go. Yo, thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. Oh, you're talking to Brendan. Okay. You have no self-control. Fair enough. It's actually insane. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Have I ever tried butterfly knife flipping? I have not, but I've seen people do it. It's cool to watch. I'd be worried that the knife would that I would get cut by the knife constantly. And like I know that's why they have like those like practice trainer knives that have no blade and they're just like plastic and whatever. So like maybe I could like just use that. But yeah, I've been a little bit like leery of trying it just because I can sometimes be a little bit clumsy, and I'd rather not have cuts all over my hands. Can I do Godspeed? Yes, I can. Go back. How's that? It's really good and it takes less space than a yo-yo. Interesting. I guess that's true. It would take less space than a yo-yo, wouldn't it? Might be fun to try with like the practice one. But I'd still be leery of the one with the actual blade on it. Yo, thanks guys. I'm glad you're enjoying the tricks. That's insane, bro. Thanks, man. What's my favorite trick? It's a good question. I really like some of these older school like flowy tricks. Like that's just so satisfying to do. And I also really enjoy tricks like this that are like really mesmerizing with the slack of the string. It's really fun. It has flow like a yo-yo does too. I could see that. Yo, welcome back, gamer man. Good to see ya. What's the verb for doing yo-yo tricks? I normally just yo-yoing. Or throwing, either way. Yeah, yo-yoing or throwing, either way. Should probably get around to finding our duo's music. That's true, Newt. I've compiled a whole bunch of possible songs for the freestyle, for like my like solo freestyle. But for the duos, I feel like it would be fun to choose a song that's just like a little bit more lighthearted and upbeat. That could like, make for a fun duos. I just did the jump rope with the yo-yo. There actually is an off-string trick called the jump rope. And it looks like this, where you hop the string over and around the yo-yo. It's a fun trick. You never yo-yoed before? Well, this is a good time to start. There's a ton of resources for it on YouTube now. And so many good yo-yos are on the market at the moment. I really couldn't think of a better time to get into it. Yo, how's it going, Gulshan? Hello from India. It's good to see you, man. Thanks for being on. Thanks for being on the stream. How am I doing today? I'm doing all right. How are you doing, Top Secret? Good to see you. Muscle memory is dialed in. You're literally looking at the camera doing ridiculous tricks. Thanks, man. That whole sequence is a drill that I do to practice regens. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. How are you, Gulshan? Yeah, it's a drill I do for regens to practice control and consistency. And so I sometimes do that to make sure that I've got my control down pat. If I want to get into Balisong, can't flip for ship. That is a little bit of a tongue twister. Is really good for tutorials. Good to know. You wish you were like me and how many subscribers I have? Well, honestly, like, I will say, like, there's been a ton of growth over the last week, like, way more than normal. And, you know, we're all in different parts of our journeys, and, you know, it's all good. You gotta go to bed before your mom yells at me. But thanks for the vibes. I subbed. Yo, thanks, Evelyn. I appreciate that. Have an awesome night, and I hope to see you on future lives that are hopefully not as late at night. Non-attached to the yo-yo is sick. It looks like lassoing. It does look a little bit like lassoing. Yeah, I really like this style of yo-yoing. It's probably my favorite style of yo-yoing at the moment. Just because, like, it's so different than most styles. And there's just so many different things you can do with it that you just can't even imagine doing in other styles. And it's super fun. It is very hard. But every style is hard in its own way. Because, like, there's other styles as well, too, right? Like, there's also a style where you use... There's a couple styles where you use two yo-yos at the same time. There's also a style where you have a counterweight at the end of the string instead of it being attached to your hand. And you spin the yo-yo and the counterweight together or independently. And as you can see, it can be hard to keep track of everything. But they're all fun. Yo-yoing is just, it's a great way to express yourself, and it's really fun. Going back. You're only at 48 subscribers. I mean, everybody starts somewhere, man. 48 subscribers is still something. And, you know, it takes time to build up an audience. It's okay. Everybody's on the journey together. 90s yo-yoing. Yeah, like, when did this style become popular? I want to say counterweight style became popular in either like late 90s, early 2000s. I don't remember when it got created. Have you seen the big yo-yo with a jump rope looking string? Like Diablo? Like this? Because believe it or not, I'm not that great at Diablo, but I do Diablo some. Alright, we'll see you around Top Secret. Thanks for being here, man. Yeah, that one. It's sick. Yeah, Diablo's fun. I'm not very fluent at it at the moment. As you can see. But it's fun. And when I remember to do off-string tricks with it, it goes a little better. I just don't always remember to do that. What am I doing? I'm doing yo-yo tricks and also some Diablo tricks. Something like that. It's fun. It's fun to mess around with Diablos. I'm not very good at it, but it's fun to play with. Can I do I don't remember how to actually pronounce that Sharingan. I can do two of them at the same time, but one of my Diablos, like, I need to fix the wobble on it at the moment, and I don't have the tools to do that. But once I do, I can do some two Diablo tricks, but I still need to learn Sharingan. But the yo-yo equivalent looks kind of like that. Obviously, you know, like not getting tangled up, but like a little bit like that. It's a really hard trick, but it's cool. You subscribed, yo? Thanks, Top Secret. I appreciate it. You just found this live stream on Shorts. Awesome. Well, welcome, Chaos. I hope you're enjoying it. Just doing some yo-yo tricks. Welcome back, Gamerman. It is sick. You want to see counterweight off-string? There is a style of counterweight off-string, actually. I have not learned it, but it's really wild. It looks super cool, and there's a few Japanese players that are like crazy good at it. I have not yet learned it. But I do want to learn it at some point because it looks really cool. Crap. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Your Shadow the Hedgehog, nice. Shadow the Hedgehog is a cool character. One of my friends affectionately named Shadow the Hedgehog Edgy the Hedgy because he is an edgy hedgehog. On first click on your live, it crashed my phone. Oh no! You should try and make them both jump off the string and spin around each other. Have them both jump off the string and spin around each other. Like both of the off-string yo-yos. I actually do have a trick where I do that. It's really hard though. Have I seen Maria? I have not seen Maria. You're gonna have to go find her. Maria! There's a super hard trick where it does kind of what you're describing. I already messed it up. But essentially what happens is you toss one in the air and then you orbit the other one while it's already in the air. Like while the first one is in the air. It's crazy. And it's really hard to land. I've only landed it like 2 or 3 times. But we launch one in the air, Oh, that was so close, dude. That was actually so close. But like that's kind of the idea. You found a pretty decent duo song. Yeah, send it over. You must find Gerald Rebenixlab. I know, it was so close. It's a hard trick, and there's a faster variation of doing that trick, but I need to learn the easier variation better first. But there's a lot of really cool solo hum tricks. Where you can separate them onto two different strings. Like there's a few different tricks that do that. But I still need to get better at those. How long have I been yo-yoing for? I've been yo-yoing for 16 years. But I've only been doing off-string yo-yoing for about a year and a couple months. Here in like 3 months. I've been doing 1A yo-yoing for the vast majority of my time as a yo-yo player. I have no idea what happened to your chat messages, Gamerman. Oh man, I love the shadow comments that are like in character. The in character shadow comments are quality. You have a question for me? Yeah, what's up? That's not that tilted way too much. Okay. So close. So close. What does oh whoa mean? I don't know. It's like a face. Please don't talk about the Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh, sorry, about Sonic the Hedgehog. He is a faker. Unfortunate. Dang it. That new aspect to the regen combo is so hard, dude. Come back. Okay. Because, like, it really wants to snag. Like, it really wants to snag when I go for that bind. I have actually gotten it to lasso off the ground a few times. Is it doable? Yeah, I have actually done it. But it's so hard. I've only landed it like twice. I mean, like, I've landed that bind a few times. But, like, the whole sequence is really... It's... The hardest part about these regen combos isn't necessarily any one part of the regen as much as it is putting them all together. Because, like, inevitably one part of it is gonna, like, fail. Sometimes. What's the thing in my hand? Tis a yo-yo. Crap. And, like, it's just random stuff that goes wrong a lot of the time. It was on a YouTube short. Like, that comment was on one of the YouTube shorts. Like, was it on one of my YouTube shorts or was it on just some random one? Dang it. And it also is just so low on spin by that point. Imagine a yo-yo with a super long string. I have seen some yo-yos with super long string. It's really interesting to watch. Oh boy. People have done like super long string DNA tricks or other challenges. You're welcome. Let's see here, get back on some of these. So that's sick, yo. Thanks, Beeb. Do the man on the flying trapeze. I got you. Just like that. Boom. Flying trapeze. How does binding work? So on the inside of the yo-yo, I'll take it apart so you can see it. But you'll see these pads. These pads provide enough friction that when you throw the string into the gap in a specific way, that it will cause the string to wrap around the bearing and wind the yo-yo up. And so it depends on what direction the yo-yo is spinning to know how to throw the string into the gap. But that's the Reader's Digest. Your name is Abhijit. Welcome on Top Secret Therians. How does it make it go up? Yeah, that's kind of the idea. And depending on what direction it's spinning, you throw the string in the gap, either in the front or in the back. So while it's going super fast in these regen tricks, I'm like binding on opposite sides of the yo-yo because it switches which direction the yo-yo is spinning after each regen. So notice how like I go from the shoulder bind. So I go from the shoulder bind that binds this way to going a bind this way to a shoulder bind to that, and they bind opposite of each other. Have I met magic trick yo-yo? YouTubers? I have not met very many magic trick YouTubers, but I have met a whole bunch of yo-yo YouTubers. Surprised that worked. How old am I? Old enough to have had a full-time job for several years and graduated college. I'm surprised that bind worked. Like, I know why it worked. I'm just surprised because I've failed that bind a lot. And those leg tricks are really tricky. Like what other yo-yo YouTubers? A whole bunch of them. I've met Hunter before, and like I've met Ian Johnson. I've met carnival artists and just a whole bunch of them. Spam Abhijit. Pick your car for an edit. How about a Gallardo? That's like my de facto one because it was my favorite car in one of the Burnout Revenge or Need for Speed games. I don't remember which, but I always thought it was cool. I've been shouting you out, man. Don't worry, Abhijit. I do not know how to pronounce that, Joe. What's the guy that popularized the DNA on YouTube? There's a few. Hunter was definitely one of them. Gentry Stein popularized it. Brandon Vu, Angel Two Up. Oh, I met Westway as well too at the United Yo-Yo Contest. What does that mean, Joe? Like, I see the phonetic spelling of it, but like, what does it mean? Is it like German or something? You might need to take a break from off stream for a second. You look like the dude. Which dude? Hunter who? Hunter Fierstein. He's currently ranked number 3 in the world. He's super good at yo-yoing. luxury car brand. Oh, that's a luxury car brand. That would make sense. I understand now. Loki. I look like Loki? Is it because of the hair? I feel like Loki has longer hair. But I suppose I could see it. It always surprises me what people like the celebrities that people say that I look like. Because like it's a mixed bag because sometimes it'll be like this one specific uh, soccer player from Croatia, and then other people it'll be like, oh, it'll be like Shaggy from Scooby Doo because my hair is long, or like because or like I've been like there's been a couple other streamers or like rappers or whatever. Um, I don't know if I've been compared to Loki before. That might be a first. You want to pass Mr. Beast in subscribers? That would be pretty crazy. Is Shaggy a stoner canonically? I honestly I have no idea, but I wouldn't be surprised. I do like Shaggy though. He's a cool guy. I feel like the dynamic between him and Scooby is really fun for Scooby Doo like cartoons. He has all the qualities. Fair enough. He's also just a chill guy. Insert chill guy music right here. Probably should make another chill guy video at some point. Mr. Beast got arrested once. Honestly, I could see that happening. I could see a lot of people, you know, for a variety of reasons getting arrested once. Actually, ow. Right off the chair and into the knee. Yo-yo to the knee. I look like the live action Shaggy character. I could see that. I could see the resemblance between me and the live action Shaggy, to be honest. I look like a movie actor. I have never actually acted in a movie, but it would be fun. I have acted in a musical before in high school. But I'm much more of like a musician than I am an actor, really. Like I've done like orchestral and music and choir music for a long time, longer than I've yo-yoed. Like 50% of the population gets arrested at least once. That's I would I wouldn't be surprised if the metric was was close to that. I've never been arrested before, but I wouldn't be surprised if that metric was decently high. Your phone is at 2% rip. Have a good night, gamer man. Good to see you. Who's my favorite actor and my favorite movie? Favorite actor and favorite movie. I would say my favorite actor is probably Jim Carrey, just because I really how how animated he is and how much he gets into character. But I don't know if I have a favorite movie, to be honest. I'm very much like an animated movie kind of guy. I'd say I really liked the Super Mario Bros. Movie. It was good. I liked it. Can I do the follow Slack combo? Sure. When's my next live stream? I'm probably going to stream a bit tomorrow. I have more time at the moment. And so I'm trying to stream, several times a week at the moment. But once it gets back to like the end of the month / start of April, it'll probably go back to the once or twice a week. But we'll see. I'm trying to figure out like what makes the most sense for me to focus on YouTube, because like I really enjoy doing live streams, but I also have like ideas for long form videos and shorts And those all take time to make too, and I only have so much time when I work full time. Oh, did I even do the slack trick? I forgot. You love that slack trick? Me too. It's a fun one. I've been doing that style of slack trick for a very long time. And so it's one of those ones that's very natural and flowy for me, and I really like it. You make it look so good. Thanks, man. You like Of Mice and Men? Nice. I don't think I've seen Of Mice and Men. Jim Carrey is funny. I agree. What am I ranked in the world? So I did off string, which was the style where the yo-yo was flying through the air, at Worlds last year which was my first time competing in off string, and I'm ranked 26th in off string at the moment in the world, and we'll see how it goes this year. I'm hoping to I'm hoping to bump that up a little bit. My goals from like a competitive point of view this year are I really want to do well at the local contest that is next month, and I feel like I have at least somewhat of a shot of actually winning it. We'll see. But my main goals are to make finals in the national yo-yo contest and semifinals in worlds. I know those are both pretty big goals, but I feel like my trick set has gotten a lot better. And so as long as I can come up with a good freestyle that I can hit clean, that goes well with the music, I feel like I have a shot. We'll see. Am I going to compete in 4A this year? Absolutely. How many people get in finals? It depends on the competition. In worlds, it's usually like 10, somewhere around 10, 8 to 10 that get into finals for 4A. But for nationals, it's like it's a point threshold. So like you have to your preliminary round has to reach a certain like a certain point at like threshold to be able to go on to finals. So there's not necessarily a cap on how many people can be in nationals finals. But I mean, like if there were a ton of people competing in the division, then like sure they probably would have a cap for it. But I don't think that they're gonna run into that issue. What's my favorite 4A? Oh, sorry. Who is my favorite 4A yo-yoer? There's a lot of really good 4A yo-yo players. I would say right now, my favorite 4A yo-yo players are probably Rei Iwakura, and Gebin. Those two are like insanely good. But I also really enjoy watching a ton of different players. Like Ryan Connolly has some insane freestyles. Tomohiko Zanko has some incredible stuff. Ryo Ishii. There's a ton of really good 4A players, especially internationally. But right now, Rei Iwakura and Gebin are probably my two favorites to watch. My Daniel Slay, and thanks for teaching me to walk the dog. Absolutely, dude. And hey, you absolutely killed it in your solo today, Matthew. I loved that. Y'all knocked it out of the park in your concert, and I'm so excited to see you guys at ACDA. Good luck, man. Do I watch anime or read manga? I haven't really read manga that much, but I've watched a bit of anime. Like I watched Naruto growing up. I watched Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. I watched a little bit of One Piece, but I didn't really get into it too much. I watched a few. You do a lot of magic tricks, but not for YouTube. That's fair. Oh, thanks, man. Excited to see you next week. Same here, Matthew. Can you spam hearts? Of course. Yu-Gi-Oh mentioned subbing already. Appreciate it, man. Kaiba. Oh, goodness. You activated my trap card. I know it's not like apparently competitively viable to use Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician anymore, but they're just so iconic from the anime that I just can't help but love them. Have I seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I had a friend from my last job at work who told me about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure a bunch of times, and I have not seen it, but I've seen references to it a few times. Screw the rules. I have money. Goodness gracious. Now we're going into Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged territory. That's a funny series. Oh no, Axel not. Rip. That's okay. It's so fire. Nice. I haven't seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but I feel like it would be one of those animes that once I got into it, I would probably enjoy it, but I feel like I would be confused for a while based off of the way that my coworker described it. Because he mentioned for him that it took like almost, I want to say it took almost an entire season for him to really understand what was going on. That one time Kaiba pulled a god on a random dude in an alley. Oof. You love my videos? Yo, thanks, Paul. I appreciate that, man. What's my favorite book? There are a lot of good books. I haven't read that many books recently. I probably should get back into reading more often. But when I was in high school, I took AP English, and I actually liked a bunch of the books that we read for AP English. Like, I enjoyed reading Ayn Rand. I enjoyed reading Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. I enjoyed, well, of course I enjoyed like the Harry Potter books, but there's some good books. Seven Deadly Sins, nice. You're a gamer? I also am a gamer, Chaos Shadow. I would hedge a bet, Chaos Shadow, that you enjoy Sonic games. The first season is just vampires versus people using power from the sun. Interesting. And the next one is just stronger vampires. It gets confusing in the third one. Interesting. Yo, how's it going, Radhika? Got to get a good DNA in there. Now I've got like some crazy tight string tension. Whew. There we go. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to call it a night, but I appreciate y'all for being here. Thanks for being on the live. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like and subscribe. And I hope to see y'all on the next one, which will be tomorrow night. So I'll see you there.